In today's video, I'm gonna share with you how you can keep your rotisserie chicken warm without drying it out. Hi, I'm Laura, and on this channel I share lots of how to cooking videos and healthier family meals so you can get a meal on the table quickly. And using a rotisserie chicken is one great way to save time in the kitchen. If you're coming home from the store and the chicken is still hot, one simple way to slow down how fast it cools is to keep it inside one of these insulated grocery bags. These are for hot and cold items. Now, if you're like me and left it in the car when you go to the store and bring the chicken out in a plastic bag, then when you get home, you can just place it in that insulated bag because it'll stay warm for almost an hour. Another way to keep the chicken warm when you get home from the store is to keep it in the microwave. It's the perfect small insulated space. The microwave also gives you about 20 minutes to put the groceries away and prep some sides, and if needed, you can heat it up right before serving. Now, the oven is also a great place to keep your rotisserie chicken warm. It's a relatively small space and it can help retain the heat. Now, one important factor here is to remember that the plastic container is not oven safe, so it might be a good idea to transfer it into an oven safe dish, cover it with foil, and this way you can turn on your oven to the lowest setting. Now, my oven, it's about 150 degrees Fahrenheit, and it can help keep my chicken warm for several hours. Now, I also recommend putting the chicken juices from the tray as well in there, since that's one of the important factors to make sure that it doesn't dry out. You can, of course, keep the chicken on the counter covered in foil, but if your home temperature is rather cool, know that it won't stay warm very long. By the way, my top tip for making sure that your rotisserie chicken doesn't dry out is to reheat it the least amount of times possible, which is why keeping it warm, if it's close-ish to dinner time, is really important. If your air fryer is big enough to fit a whole rotisserie chicken, I simply preheat mine to 400 for about 5 minutes. And then once it's hot, I put the rotisserie chicken and the juices in the basket with the air fryer off. And in there, it stays warm for about 10 to 15 minutes. Now, you can also reheat it at 360 degrees for about 5 minutes. Now, one of my favorite ways to keep a rotisserie chicken warm until dinner is in the slow cooker. If your chicken doesn't have a lot of juices in the tray, I recommend adding a little water or stock to the bottom of the slow cooker. Then you're gonna put the lid on to trap that heat, and it can stay warm for 4 hours. Now, how do you keep it warm that long? Well, you set it in that keep warm function, and if it doesn't have it, you're just gonna turn it on low for about 20 minutes and then turn it off. Now, we've all let our rotisserie chicken sit out for longer than it should, but it's not recommended to sit out on the counter for longer than 2 hours. Now, in that case, you can store it in the fridge and heat it up when you're ready to serve it. I'm gonna leave some of my favorite recipes with rotisserie chicken in the description box for you from this rotisserie series, so make sure to check them out. See you next time.